former Governor Cuomo likely entering the mayoral race. Both of you were among the elected officials that asked him to step down amid allegations of sexual misconduct. I'm wondering, how would you consider a potential mayoral run? Would you support it in any way? And if you did, what kind of message does that send to the women who made those allegations? And there was an investigation by the state attorney general on those accusations.
Yeah, I have no comment on the possible entry of Governor Cuomo into a mayor's race until he makes that decision.
Same here. I'm involved in a coalition of leaders, clergy leaders, business leaders, and electeds that will be listening to any and all the candidates for the mayoral's race.
Thanks.
What do you think about the entry of Adrian Adams possibly? And then I have another question too.
Similar to Adriano, there's a group of African-American elected officials, clergy members, community leaders that I'm in conversation with. I expect that those conversations will accelerate over the next few days as the field grows. But until I'm able to have discussions with those leaders and, most importantly, the people that I represent, I have nothing further to say about any specific candidate, and I have no intention at this moment of endorsing anyone until a candidate emerges from the Democratic primary.
Well, on the work of the city council, are there any concerns that you have with Adrian Adams's legacy, her short tenure as council speaker? I mean, how many stops act, but she's also been someone that stood up against Adams, and as you're talking about immigration, has said, it has been a forceful, opponent against ICE's reentry into the city. What do you make of that?
There's a lot going on in the country right now. In fact, there's a lot going on in the world. As House Democrats, we're in the middle of it, trying to protect the people of New York City, particularly as it relates to the reckless Republican budget that my colleagues are trying to jam down the throats of the American people. The largest Medicaid cut in American history is outrageous. And at the same time, we're seeing a flood of extremism being unleashed on the American people every week, every day, sometimes every hour by this administration, much of which is being reversed by the federal courts, Republican-appointed justices, judges, as well as Democratic-appointed justices and judges. And that's going to have to continue. And at the congressional level, we're going to continue to stand up for the American people.
I wanted to gauge your response